is Ismail.
My name is Rahita, and I am 16 years old.
My name is Daphne. I'm 16.
Asher. I am 14.
My name is Caroline.
My
I am
family.
18
My name
years
is
old.
Maria. I'm 17
Dad,
and
my
I'm the
mom,
youngest of 3
and
children.
I have 3 younger brothers.
I'm reading the questions as I go, sorry. So something I need from my parents to be, I guess, successful in this world is mainly someone to just tell me, like, you can do it. Keep going.
Good job. You're keep at it. Things like that. For really small things, just encouragement to keep on going and keep on progressing.
Seeing them there and seeing them tell me that I've done a good job at something, or they want me to continue with this, or they like this that I do, I think that would really inspire me to keep doing what I'm doing.
This is something my dad has said to me, is that if I ever need to talk to him, I could come to him anytime and just talk to him about anything. And I have taken advantage of that, and I believe that I definitely need that, my parents, to be able to listen to me.
When they're having a bad day and they need somebody to talk to, like, listen to them when they're talking just normally too, like at dinner or something, you know, just like listen to like the way that they talk and the way that they express their ideas, and like listen to what they're interested in.
Because I think something that a lot of parents do, which I think my parents are kind of guilty of, is like immediately after I tell them whatever problem I'm dealing with in life, just being like really worried for me, especially my mom, she does that. But also maybe just like my dad a little bit, just immediately wanting to like fix the problem, like whatever problem I tell him, just immediately giving me advice on how to fix the issue. Like, oh, you have a problem? Well, you should take steps X, Y, and Z.
What's most important for a parent to do is what my mom did for me, and to more or less respect me as an equal. Doesn't mean let me call her by her name or cuss in front of her or anything like that. Just more so, her feelings and my feelings are just as important. So if I'm upset about something, she's willing to listen, just like the other way around. If I tell her that she's wrong, she's willing to hear my explanation. If she's wrong, she'll say sorry.
When your teen talks to you about anything, I think that their opinion should be valued and it should be treated with respect, because I've had a lot of circumstances where I was talking with adults and interacting with them, and when I try to pipe in with my own opinions, I'm told, well, you're just a child, so you wouldn't understand this, which is probably the most demeaning thing that anyone can say to somebody else, and it makes me lose a lot of respect for them.
And that's just sad. Like, that's no way to live, you know?
I know that they offer me plenty of love, and it's just in a very different way from, I guess, what you would see like on a sitcom or media and that kind of schmaltzy type of love.
I knew that I was loved by my parents, but I didn't always feel it because I didn't always get those words of affirmation. Different people communicate love in different ways. My stepfather is a 20 years former retired Marine. He was a gunnery sergeant. So of course he's very strict and rigid. I noticed with my stepdad is that he's always doing things around the house, normally for my mom, but even with me, like he'll ask me, oh, I'm about ready to cook dinner, do you want something? I'm about ready to go out, do you want to bring us back lunch or something like that? For him, though, that's sort of his language of love. That's how he communicates love, which as a child, I totally and completely missed.
When my parents have shown me that they trust me and that they believe I can make the right decision, then I feel more comfortable seeking out new environments and new opportunities and not always staying in my comfort zone.
Sometimes when you're a parent, you need to let your children fail, even if you know that the things they're doing aren't a great idea, just so that they can learn those lessons so that they can have those experiences themselves. This sounds a little bit weird because essentially you're setting them up for failure, but you still need to be there when they fail in order to pick up the pieces and to help them bounce back, because those lessons and experiences learned don't mean anything if you aren't able to pick yourself up.
Children by nature tend to be dreamers, and parents should use their experience to offer realistic guidelines on how to achieve those, but not so that it's constricting.
Structured freedom might be one of the best things that I need, as in, I think I need to be free to make my own choices, but clearly there needs to be boundaries, because as a learning and growing individual, there's a lot I don't know yet, so there are many things that could hurt me.
There's a difference between giving your child freedom versus giving them freedom to the extent that they don't think that their parents care about what they're doing with their time. It needs to be a balance between respect for their freedom and respect for what they want to do as an individual, but also showing that you do care about how things work out.
I feel like just that environment of like, with your immediate family, you are safe. Like, this is a place where people will listen to you, people will accept you, people will love you no matter what. Like, just like constant like reassurance.
Being able to express responsibility and being able to express vulnerability, and getting used to not always being right and having that be okay. Being able to see your parents interact that way with each other and with you and with other people makes that an easier thing to learn.
I would say I need my parents to want to teach me. I need to learn from them.
The best element that my parents have given me is the element of perspective.
Whether I use it or not, it's always there, and they always will give it to me. Like, my dad has always said, like, the most important thing is to be nice to people, and that's obviously something that he's used in his life that has helped him succeed.
Entering high school, the need to have good grades and do well and to show how good you are, but only on paper, that turned into, become what they want to see in you rather than show them what you already have.
If your child's not succeeding in the way that you hope they would, but they're still succeeding in doing something, they should be encouraged for what they're doing. I think there is so much more to us as teenagers than our grades and then other superficial things that lots of times we are graded by, that we are judged by. I hope that adults can provide us with the support and the encouragement we need in pursuing things that that don't necessarily align with what they hope we are doing.
I tend to overwork myself a lot, and sometimes I don't give myself a break. It's just work on top of work on top of work, and I forget to think about myself a lot of the time. My mother reminded me that my physical health was as important as any sort of achievement, any sort of success, any academic success, how I was doing in school, because your body is all you have, and if you aren't sleeping, if you aren't treating it right, if you aren't eating, if you aren't drinking, if you aren't putting 100% of your effort into making sure that you stay healthy as a person, you aren't going to be able to achieve any of those other things that you set out to achieve in the first place.
Teenage years are constant trials and tribulations of like everything that you're trying to develop yourself, and having people there for you that let you know that if you make mistakes along the way, it's okay. Like, just having that constant reassurance is nice. Because I don't know who, I want to be. I don't know what I want to do, but I know that the people around me will try to help me as best that they can, and they will support what I do. With, if it's a stupid idea, they'll be like, don't do that, but